team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban.
No, I don't think so.
Radiant team pick.
I'm like, oh, Lich, there you go. Mushi! Mushi Lich! They're like,
Dire team pick.
Behold the horn
ooh,
of
Max Magnus, okay.
Radiant team pick.
Enchantress.
the sack.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Oh, the box special enchanters. Damn it! I would have mentioned that, but it's okay.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Dire team pick.
Good afternoon, good evening. How are you, Mr. Seek and Strike? I myself am doing well. By the way, you asked me, and I was like, wait,
10
why? I have to reply
seconds
first before I ask him back. But I'm doing well. I'm very excited to
5
see this
seconds
because
remaining.
you were saying Adroit, they were top of their group. The only team that did take one game off of them was Dota. So there's your kryptonite right there. And I'm excited to see if they can do it again. It was a little bit of a clowny game, the game where they lost to IO. Their draft was a little all over the place. It'll be a fun best of 3 for us. How are you doing, Seek and Strike?
Radiant team pick.
Dark Seer.
Yeah.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yes, our kids, our 28-year-old Mushi, you know, our son right there. Yeah. Yeah. Like, he's like, guys, I'm taking Lich from the start. At least it's not going to be some weird Grimstroke combination today, so I'm happy to see that. So yeah,
Dire team pick.
of course, there was just nothing there. But, ooh, will it be a Raging Potato position 3 disruptor? We have seen it, so before people go, no, this guy's crazy. Like, we've actually seen Raging Potato on that position 3 disruptor. but seems a little unlikely. We have the Lich, we have and the stuff to probably support. It is going to be the Natsumi Troll, Bach Enchantress, yeah, Mac on the Max. I was like, this is... I'm pretty sure I've seen this exact draft from Adroit before. I know that Enchantress will probably get like Necronomicon into Hurricane Pipe into Heaven's Halberd, then sell the Necro for a reason. No one seems to know yet.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I no joke, someone did that yesterday with the Enchantress, and I was like, wait, what? It's bleeding, you know, it's already affecting us up here. Iodo, they need to start showing us some definite cores, because right now they have 3 heroes, and oh, here we go again, it's gonna be the Life Stealer. Alright, it's okay, I mean, they need something that can go toe-to-toe with Troll Warlord. Life Stealer is certainly one of them, but I don't know how I really feel about this. Adroit probably going to be picking their position 5 after this. Io Dota probably their off lane, maybe their mid, depending on how Disruptor is going to be played. I don't know. Although Disruptor is really good this game actually against the Troll Warlord. You know, he starts ulting, jumping in, he just flips him back to where he was, and that's actually, you know, a way you can counter him. Kinetic field between him and the target might help as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, unfortunately, because the glimpse is not instant, like the actual animation, a lot of times after the RP, they do the RP, like it's like the damage is done. You know, glimpsing him doesn't actually do that much after. So, I wouldn't say that Disruptor is a good counter to Magnus, but you could throw at least the Static Storm, so you prevent the skewer. But let's see, Io Dota, their last, but they need to ban a support, probably a position 5, unless it's going to be that Enchantress Darkseer support combo, so then we'll have another core coming out here. I don't think so, because it's like Enchantress on box is just his signature hero right now. So Io, they need to ban a Clockwork is banned. I don't think we saw Lost Tiny in this tournament. Oh, there you go, OD. So they're banning mids.
Dire team pick.
A little surprised by that, and they take the Timber Saw. Okay, I'm really surprised by that ban on the OD. I kind of feel like Adroit already has their mid and their safe lane pretty like set in stone, right?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Winter Wyvern's in the pool. Not that, I mean, you can just use it to remove the Lifestealer Rage for a while. Not a ton of physical damage on Io Dota besides Lifestealer, so like unless someone's next to Lifestealer, oh, here's gonna be Monkey King comes out, so it's gonna be the Enchantress support. Okay. Yeah. That's because they're trolling us. See? So it's gonna be the Raging Potato against the Monkey King. That's you don't really often see the Monkey King being picked after the Timber Saw. You know, basically because he's able just to control him. I mean, cut trees so easily throughout the whole game.
10
but
seconds remaining.
you know, that's if you can find him. So
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that is the problem. I mean, they do have Lesh and Timber Saw, so these are good space-making heroes who can take a lot of towers early on with the Lesh rack. So Miracle will hopefully have the time that he needs. But Adroit, at the same time, they also have a support Magus. You know, Magus, the good thing about him is the RP, and you can get that whether you're a support or core. It's just hard, you know, you do a little bit less in other areas if you're a support Magnus, but they also have a Monkey King, who's a great fighter throughout the game. So, and Troll Warlord is pretty strong late game security with an Empower buff, meaning that he's just going to be able to farm up a Storm. I wouldn't feel too confident about either draft. I like the Adroit's lineup a bit more.
Prepare for battle.
Now that's more like it.
Well, let's introduce the teams. On Iodota's side, we have Mushi on the Lich, Miracle on the Lifestealer. We have Ben-Hur mid on the Leshrac, Raging Potato on his Timbersaw, and lastly we have Ohio on Disruptor.
Where are you going?
Oh, Mushi. Oh.
30 seconds to battle.
Oh. It did hit Bach though, just didn't kill him. Yeah, it did.
The battle begins.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice idea using the Timber Chain just so you can get to the bounty faster, prevent the enemy team, and you would have gotten all 4, which would have been very nice for them, but instead they got 3, still very nice. They did force out Bach to use his salve as well from the start, and Raging Potato taking a lot of hits right now. Oh, that wasn't...
First blood! And so much more shall soon be
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to handle all 3 of them by himself. Wait. Bristleback takes the passive level 1? No. You did it, didn't you? You've done it, haven't you? You're like... very nice amount of damage coming out as well. Remember, he's still only level 1, so he can't surge away. He will be level 2 shortly, though. But will he actually live that long? Raging Potato is going to have a tough time until he's like level 2, because Natsumi is level 2, which means that he can do the combo of the Jingu into the Boundless Strike. So you can see Raging Potato, he goes in, he takes a few hits, and he's like, damn it, I don't want to get all 3, because I'll just be dead, and he has no way to mitigate that damage.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's actually not that bad though, it's only level 1, so yeah, damage is like... This thing was nerfed, it used to be like 30 at level 1, now it's 24. So I personally think it's too much. I think it should be nerfed even more, because... Nah, he's got Surge. He's got Surge. I mean, isn't the vacuum cooldown just a bit too short? It's like, I've seen it twice per game. I think that's... I expect Ben-Hur might, yeah, I was thinking he might take more points to Lightning Storm. Oh, there you go. Sort of playing it like the Lina, where, you know, you throw out those Dragon Slaves and the enemy mid is forced to sort of dodge them and lose CS, and that's what he's doing. He's just maxing out, or at least he's put 2 points in, 2, 0, and 2. No real point reason to take, if Troll's near you, he's probably ulti form. Oh, he might do this actually.
The trees have been saying some very bad things about you, Timbersaw.
I was watching mid. He wanted to throw out the stun, but he threw out the split earth, the lightning storm first, and then the split earth, and he wasn't like in time for the animation, so he just died because of that. But no, I got you. Oh, Raging Potato, he's taking hits again, and he's got what? How much CS? Oh, 8. Okay, same as Bach. You know, that's fine, I guess. Although, if you're gonna talk about who benefits from this, Adroit, right? Raging Potato top lane might be in trouble.
Under the weapon.
He was just in the path, you know, like, alright, 2 for 1 special. Yeah, I think that Natsumi Adroit will be a little happier with this, because you get to trade your Natsumi will be able to make so much more space early on than Miracle, who will need to farm a bit more. He's level 6 though on the Lifestealer, so maybe he will be accelerated enough that he can catch up. Sort of like join into fights.
It's just not fair.
Yeah.
Say my master.
For Monkey King, yeah. Sometimes we've seen Diffusal Blade first, actually. Oh, Ben Hermit, yes, takes some. Yeah, we've seen the Diffusal Blade as well, because if we take out his mana, that's pretty good. But top lane, there's a 3-on-3 skirmish here. A few blows exchanged, but nothing, no kills.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
My life squandered.
When are you lightning guys going to realize you can't beat me?
Bach is lowest. He was lowest net worth until Mushi just died, so he's really not having a great game. But he's the same. He's ahead in levels of Raging Potato. Oh, sorry about that. Ben-Hur might have seen those wards being dropped. He's going to be sharing this EXP from the stack, and so he actually lose more than just some of this EXP. Oh, Boomy's here.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Raised 4 legs.
Oh, he might be done. Skewer.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
A little greedy there, trying to cancel this out, but costing his life. Not sure that would be worth, you know, I mean, you are feeding him gold and experience. And he was kind of probably going to the base anyway, so a little unfortunate there for Boomy getting a little too excited. But, yeah, of course. Right? It's like I'm wondering that if he's probably just for safety reasons. You know, it's like I don't want them to catch me.
Dire's
oh,
courier
here.
has been killed.
Oh.
Dire's bottom tower has been denied. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's like does like double or triple damage or something like that. They want to kill Natsumi top, I think. Looks like they brought in Leshrak. By the way, he's not farming this time. Miracle is level Mac is level 8, whereas the Leshrak is level almost 7. But remember, they're looking at Lesh and saying you gotta make space, Ben-Hur, and Troll doesn't have to worry about that. Ohio? Oh, he's dead. Oh. Number 8 on the net worth, you know, he's getting up there. But yeah, that Adroit would kind of aggressive with that. You know, you're already diving in just to get a kill on Ohio, who's a support. Like, well, up to you. Meanwhile, kinetic field just to check if there's any vision there from the enemy side. Bach level 6 does have the surge. Glimpse is available. Gets him. He's carrying he's got a mango tree as well as the keen optic. We saw a mango tree planted around this area. Wait, can I draw here? Yeah. Like this area over here. And I thought that was just brilliant for giving you vision.
Double damage.
There, I see it, yeah. Well, we are at the 10-minute mark. I think both teams got one outpost, so nothing special there. And just kind of farming. Looking at late game, on Adroit's side, you have the Troll Warlord, which I think is probably the strongest late game hero in this game. You have the Magus RP from the support's really good. Not quite Darkseer, he's alright late game. Same with Enchantress. Monkey King does slightly fall off. Because of the way he's sort of built to be a mid-game fighter. So Adroit, you know, you're looking mostly at the Troll and the Magnus late game with the other heroes helping out. On Io's side, a little bit, you know, Lesh is very useful, but it's mostly going to be the life surge dishing damage for those pickoffs later on.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tree hugger.
I love the itemization of and her getting the boots of travel, knowing he has to be all around the map making things happen. Natsumi.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
What's the opposite of regicide?
2 ultimates expanded for kill on the position 5. That seems fine. Miracle. Are they gonna go for him here? No.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Illusion!
They just want to burn off the mana from the Lesh, I think, as well as the Timber. So these heroes, you know, they just don't do anything without mana, both of them. Which is why I'm thinking Monkey King, he's already got the Echo Saber, and he's gonna go for, maybe we have a fight actually.
Very well.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Troll World, I believe, is holding on to a skill point actually. Yeah, he's holding on to his skill point in case AI puts it in his ultimate now. Okay, there you go. There you go, feeling better now. But mid lane, seems like Miracle really wants this tower. He's actually close to a Heaven's Halberd as well. All the better items you can get against a Troll Warlord, along with something like an Ethereal Blade, which is way more expensive. Both teams kind of waiting up for the ultimates, and Mushi still level 5. I think they're going to want to wait until he's level 6 before they engage if possible. Maybe just poke at these objectives, see who comes. But CML,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's the good dude.
Dire's middle tower has
definitely.
fallen.
I mean,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Iron Sealant came out, but what I'm again not sure if I mentioned this, but the boosted travel on Leshrac is wonderful. It just allows him to keep up all the pressure all over the map. He gets the farm and then just join in for these fights. He's going for a Yule Scepter again. One of these items that you want to get against Troll. He battle trances you like, you know, take a chill pill, go in the air, go to your room, you know, come back when you're okay. But it's 1k ahead for IO Dota, and they did say that was like the best fight they could have gotten. By the way, there was no RP, no Wukong. Troll had his ultimate, so they got like the.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They had, but they couldn't use it in that fight because he was like sort of. I mean, he got Sinister Gaze anyway, so it's a moot point whether either way. Sorry, a moo point, I believe, is the correct
Radiant's
phrase.
bottom tower
Moo
is
point,
under
yes.
attack.
Cow's opinion. Well, Ohio, he threw a pretty good Sag Storm just now as well, and Mushi finally has the ultimate active. I expect we're gonna see some Ghost Scepters coming out on these supports at some point, because once Troll or Yules, yeah, the Scepter is going for Yules as well. Oh, Natsumi. Oh, interesting.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That was definitely a bit of miscommunication between Ohio and Mushi, because you can see that you had Sextorm and Sinister Gaze, but neither one of them were waiting for the other one to start, you know, and by the time they did, Wukong Command was out and just killed Mushi, and
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
so Stagstorm though, you know, I mean, oh.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Exactly what they need to do, and a buyback comes out from Mac. That's gonna set him back. He's actually, I mean, he's behind the Leshrac already. And Miracle, check out this farm. It's what's Boomy going for? He actually has a Blink Dagger now. Okay. So at least he'll have the Blink Dagger for the next fight, but IO Dota playing this just perfectly. They know this is a good timing for them before Troll Warlord's got any really big items. He goes for the first, he has a Diffusal Blade, going for the BKB. Monkey King needs the BKB as well. They don't have, I believe, anything on IO Dota's side that goes through BKB, actually. You know, they have the Leshrac's Edict, but other than that, BKB is pretty damn solid this game. So if they can get those BKBs online before the next fight, Adroit's looking like they're okay. 4K behind 80 minutes is not ideal, but you have BKBs, you have Magnus, you can hold if you can win the late game. But other than that, that's kind of crushing it right now. Yeah, but his buyback costs him a lot. Oh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And they're gonna go and get the top tier 3 as well. It's an extra tower here. Not sure how much they really want to commit for the Raxes though. Bach will be up very soon.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Things come out and they also have both outposts for the Radiant right now, which means that that's a lot of bad news in the next minute that Adroit has to prepare for. They are smoked. Yes, he can. He's come to yes. Yeah, this was always the fear that I had for Io's lineup, which is it's really good. It's a hard lineup to play because the moment a mistake happens, Adroit can take it. They have so many good ultimates. You got the wall, you got the RP, you got Wukong's command, yeah, and you have back and sit all up. So it's a tough situation to be in, and your late game is slightly weaker. So Io knows they're a little bit on the timer, and they got a little bit impatient. Plus, BKBs are now active on the Monkey King very soon as well on the Troll Warlord for the next fight, which means that you saw how close they got to locking him down just now, right? He was like a sliver away from dying, but now it's gonna be even harder with his BKB. Oh no, I mean the Mac. Yeah. I was like, how dare you? You know, like, I didn't bring my pitchfork today, but I can make one. Well, we have tools and stuff. Raging Potato, do they want to go for this? There's no RP for 30 seconds, but I think that Adroit might be able to delay it for 30 seconds. They're not the fastest on Dota's side. You know, no minus armor, mostly magical damage. It'll take, and they decided not gonna go for it. Bounty and just casually here. No one really wants it.
Excellent.
Philosopher's Stone on the Disruptor, so might be able to see a Aghanim. So that's when the sort of the strength of the lineup shifts a little bit more, is when you look at the supports. Yes, RP is incredible and game winning, but Static Storm with Aghanims is just as useful as that. If you can set it up. So both supports on both teams, the position force can do a lot in this game. Oh.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Interesting. I would have imagined that we could have just ignored Butler and died a miracle. Whoa. They want to get a glimpse here, but they can't. Oh, they...
Candy to my heart.
Reduce to your elements.
Again, they're just not the fastest Roche lineup, so we'll see if they go for it. But that was kind of a bit of a misplay from Adroit with the way they tried to save Bach. You know, it's like he was still there, and he's their fastest guy. He's got Surge, you know, so... Well, they are going to go for Roche on the Iodella side, and no, Adroit will not be able to defend this in time. No, they're almost there, but Boomy doesn't have RP anyway, so what's he gonna do? And so Adroit, they kinda... They know that the buyback was used earlier on like Ohio, so if you can kill him, then you can maybe try to take a fight without him on buyback to get the Aegis off. Oh. Definitely. I mean, they got what, 2 kills and forced out the Aegis as well. Sorry, only 1 kill. My bad. Sorry, on Mushi, but still a fantastic fight for Adroit. What a great RP! You know, he's been landing this entire game, keeping them in, and Mushi top lane. And that's it. You know, it's like hey. He just he gives him a wink. Bach's like, hey, what's that? And then just he's off to the races. Well, quickening charm is available. That's a pretty damn good item for the neutrals. What else do they have on the Dire side? They have spider legs. This is great for Boomy. You can see straight away took it just so you can run. You know, you want to see an RP. Sometimes you're on near a cliff, so you have to go around it. Then you can't get the perfect blink. But he's like, no, now I have spider legs, perfect for him. And what else do they have that's really good? That's about it. Really, enchant covers. Fine. 300 range is pretty good for Enchantress with her impetus though.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Bonus range, 300 magic damage, and True Strike. That's actually quite a lot when you think about it for Enchantress, you know? 100 attack range, and you're doing what? 20%? That's an extra 80 damage, pure. Repair kit on the troll, so even if Dota is able to win a team fight, going high ground becomes a little bit tougher. Still, at Radiant, no, they're not smoked. That was like, I saw a bunch of the gears, like, oh, that must be the SEA smoke, but it didn't happen. Yeah, you don't have vision, but that's a lot. Oh! A very bad chain of events that happened mainly because of the way, like, Mushi was a little in front, which means that you got the screw up, and Booming, I mean, MVP this game, you know, come on. That skewer gets them the Lich, and then they followed up with Timber, so he RPs, and he even got the skewer to cancel Ben-Hur's TP, so what a performance by him. They're gonna throw out this. Whoa! I thought I was expecting more like 1,000 damage, you know? It was like, oh, it's like, I don't know, 300, that's fine. They might be going just to get that bottom outpost though for Rain. Radiant has got to stabilize this. Maybe try to find a way to get pick up. The problem is you're not gonna, whatever you pick up is gonna be somewhat irrelevant. You know, Monkey King's got the BKB, CML, who cares if he dies, Bach as well, he's gonna get the Greaves, but it's all, you gotta catch the Troll, the Monkey King, or the Magnus. And Magnus is saving buyback and the other two have BKBs.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Clear cutting.
Interesting. Disruptor has a telescope. I feel like you want to give the telescope to Mushi and keep the Philosopher's Stone on Disruptor, because realistically, their best chances of winning are just get that Static Storm Aghanims and try to catch two cores or like any two heroes together to win the fight. Because without it, I'm having difficulty finding a way for Io to win this game. But they want to have the telescope on the Disruptor. It's an hour item, which is why I think Mushi should carry it. Instead, Mushi has Spider Legs as well as the Tranquil Boots, and I believe those two things do not stack. You don't get like the bonus movement speed for both. So, yeah, so you might want to have just one or the other, but again, it is their decision. They know what they're doing.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Quickening Charm on the Leshrac. I like that. He's got the Kai, he's got the Yield Scepter. The problem is that he's being controlled on these fights. He might think the BKB. Yeah, he's going for BKB actually. That'll help. But this is why Adroit's draft is so good. If you BKB, you're still susceptible to RP as well as all the physical damage. They have a lot of physical damage. It's a tough game. Yeah, that's why it feels like BKB is not great against them. Because if you BKB, a troll just comes at you and hits you in the head and still doesn't make a difference. Raging. A very unfortunate Timber Chain, but he made it out, you know. I was like, can you imagine dying because that tree was in your way? Like, thanks, who planted that? But he makes it up to the high ground in the end. Yeah, Adroit, they just have a good mix of damage. I mean, it's not really much magical damage when you think about it, but it's a lot of magical control, so. Yeah. If he reaches level, oh, Beijing Prey again. He was Blink Skewer again. Boomy, he's got a thing against Raging Potato because every time he's just like, I'm gonna get him. Don't worry, guys.
Radiant structures are fortified.
it's pretty much over, honestly, unless they.
Radiant's middle tower is falling.
Good kill.
You're a disgrace to 4 legs.
I mean, that was an expensive hold, but it's a hold nonetheless, you know. I don't know if they'll be able to force out any buybacks from them. They go very fast to the mid lane. Remember, top 6 exposed, so they might be able to get something out of here. And if Adroit loses a fight in their base, suddenly it's over for them. And, well...
A gift from the Tempest of Battle for my master.
Dire's courier has been killed.
To the impurities.
And it looks like Io's gonna go for it first. If you try to force buybacks, there's a chance you force the buybacks, then you lose the fight, and you'd be like, well, if we had Aegis. So just going for that secure objective, but it does mean you're also not forcing out buybacks. Monkey King, what's he got? He's got the Disc for a while. He actually bought the Aghanim, Echo Saber. No Diffusal Blade on him this game. Alright. The Glimmer Cape on the Enchanters, also has the Vlads. CML this game, he's got some good steals with the creeps, but doesn't feel like he's been able to do as much as he'd like. Darkseer, they have the repair kit, by the way. So even if Dota pushed, there's a good chance they could have actually prevented them, but there's a smoke, sorry, not a smoke, but Invis Magnus. Aegis on Miracle.
There you go.
Oh, the tips. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is... I mean, it's really unfortunate for Dota, but that draft, with the way that Adroit was playing, seemed like it was just going to go this way. They had a really good first 20 minutes.
Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Seconds remaining.
Hey, there's Abdullah Mukhtar again. It's been a while.
5 seconds remaining.
It's Abdullah, you know, there he is.
Dire team back. Radiant team back.
They're like, where are you from? He's like, my name is Muhammad Abdullah. What do you think? I am ready.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What?
Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Oh, for sure. I mean, Dota, they'd better have something in the back. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm good. I enjoyed game 1. I'm looking forward to... Yes, hello?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Lich? There you go. I mean, I was actually wondering if it was going to be Mushi Lich or Mushi Grimstroke. I was like, are they going to pull out that Grimstroke Nature's Prophet combo that we saw the other day? But no, they go with the Lich first pick. And you got to think about this, and as a drafter, if you're always picking one hero for one person, I'm sure it's very consistent, but it also means that your first pick, like the enemy doesn't have to worry. You know, you're never going to throw them with a curveball or a hero that they haven't seen. It's like, oh, it's going to be a Lich. You know, Lich is coming. There you go. So I don't know how I feel about Dota first picking Lich every game throughout this whole qualifier.
10 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Blackwork!
There they are. And the bans also, they banned Miracle's Lone Druid. That's been the first ban every game. They've also banned Mushi's Snapfire. I believe it's Mushi's Snapfire, but it could be Ahaya's Snapfire. One of them plays. I'm not exactly sure which one, but Snapfire in general is a strong hero. Void Spirit's also banned. Dota, they banned the Magnus. Yes, Magnus. I think everyone would say was MVP last game. Like, Max Magnus is amazing, but Boomy's Magnus with those RPs he won them the game. No doubt about it. Last game, he won them the game. So yeah, maybe take him out. Then you have the Nyx Assassin as well. So Morphling, not quite sure about these heroes, but Dota, they start out with the Lich. Where are they going to go with now? They go for the Tiny. Yeah, but I think, if I'm not wrong, I think we may have seen it as a core. No, I'm not sure. But yeah, we definitely haven't seen it very much. That's for sure. Is it going to be Ohio's Tiny or
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe Raging Pretty? Probably Ohio's Tiny though.
5 seconds remaining.
Yes. Like, even right now, like in the first two pick, you can see Dota's side and Adroit, and you're like, I think I'd rather have Adroit's support duo over Dota's side. Clockwork is just able to make a little bit more space than Tiny. Tiny is a Blink Dagger. Clockwork can get kills all over the map. Shadow Demon is a better save than Lich, and his harassing lane is pretty good. And late game, we have seen Adroit with Shadow Demon. CML rushes the Aghanims. You remember that he got like the 3 Aghanim charges on him, so I mean that's pretty damn impressive. Whereas Lich does fall off, and Shadow Demon does not. That consistent dispel coming out from the Aghanim's SD is pretty amazing. Oh yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, thank you. Yeah, you're right. Sorry, my bad. But yeah, I mean, with the Aghanims and with the 3 charges, it's just fantastic. Super strong late game. Shocking.
Dire team ban.
Yeah, and what did Dota banning? They're banning the I like this. They're like what courses did they take last game? Magnus, Troll, and Monkey. Ban them all! Ban them all! What can yeah, I'm wondering what else. Timbersaw's taking. Okay, so Adroit, they're gonna start taking their cores. They take the PL. Yeah, very hard for the Lich to do anything against the PL. Tiny doesn't have it much better as well. Sure, you can throw an Avalanche, but there's actually like a break in between the Avalanche Rock, which you can doppelganger out of, which is weird, but that's how it works.
10 seconds remaining.
So yeah, there's a nice gap. So it's nothing that they can control him with right now, and I'm thinking Adroit's pushing Io Dota to take the Leshrac, you know, because that's one of the better counters against Phantom Lancer. I don't know if they want to do that though, because you can see they banned Miracle's Lifesteal, they banned Raging Potato's Timbersaw, but they left the Leshrac, and Leshrac's a pretty damn good combo against PL counter. Sorry.
Dire team pick.
Points away.
Radiant team.
I like it too, actually. What do we got here? Puck. Flexible draft. Is it Boomy or Bach on the clockwork, or Boomy and Bach on the puck? You know, it's like one or the other, you know. And Adroit's just a scary team. Honest to God, it's like the way they play. Unless Io Dota can get their internet provider on the phone call, I'm not sure how you can really beat them in this game so far. But yeah, they have a good draft. Pango, another thing about him is that you can't really do anything when you have been hit by Dream Coil. Same thing with the Ember Spirit. I don't like this Ember Spirit pick. There's already a Puck. Picking Ember Spirit after Puck to me feels really hopeful, you know? Am I wrong? What do you think?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Yeah.
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Io's draft at the moment. Plus, it's a little obvious. You know, you got the Ember mid, you got the Pango off lane, probably something along that nature. You showed your cards on the table. Adroit, we are still wondering as well. Is it like which one's going to be the core, the clock, or the puck? And Puck, of course, the Dream Coil I'm pretty sure that you can't Remnant out of it. So you just get Dream Coil and you don't even have to worry about landing the silence afterwards. So that's why I was thinking, like, Pango hates Dream Coil, and now you just doubled the value of Puck's Dream Coil because you gave him 2 people who hate it. And they're taking a while on this ban. They're really thinking. They banned them. Okay, they banned the TA, and who's it gonna be? It's gonna be the last pick. Alright, Lena. Okay. Huh. Lina. Okay, Ember Spirit 1, I'm gonna guess. Pango off lane. Lina mid, Tiny. Yeah, okay, that's fine, I guess. Huh. Another hero who does okay against the Phantom Lancer, I guess.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. It's okay. It's an interesting pick. True.
Invoker.
Choose your hero.
Morphling. Monkey King? Oh, no, sorry. My bad, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I was like, wait, he's like, change. That's really a lot, like, decent enough. You don't really have to know 50 heroes to play Dota. You just have to know, 10, 20 and be pretty good with them. And, so yeah, it's gonna be the mid Invoker. I don't think we've seen a lot of Invoker this tournament. So I'm glad to see him make a, small comeback at the main stage. Well, not the main stage, but sorry, the qualifying finals for the SEA. So it's yeah, the puck pick is so strong this game because you were mentioning that the Agams it's whatever, and I agree with you there. You don't really need Agams. What it does is it pierces BKB, but in this game you don't really need it because what BKBs are coming out, you're gonna just throw your Dream Coil before Pango ulties, and that's more than enough. By the way, Dota, you know what they're doing? They're doing the exact same draft every single game in a different, with a bit of a different flavor. It's always the same. They pick a couple of space makers and they give Miracle this, early, like mid-game hero that doesn't scale very well until the late game, or not at least doesn't scale as well as Adroits. And then they're like, yeah, let's just try and win this in the first 30 minutes, which is so difficult to do. But if you look at Adroit, late game PL it's fine. That's really all you need. Any Invoker late game. Sure, Lina and Ember Spirit are also solid late game, but if I had to compare one to the other, it's like the PL and Invoker are just better. So this seems to be my... I don't really know, to be honest. Let's see. I mean, you might want to get a couple points in Exhort just because you're gonna have those cogs coming out. Pick one. They pause. They're like, just give them all the excuses. Toilet. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, some Exhort points wouldn't be bad because you do have Dream Coil as well as cogs keeping people stuck together. So, and I like the idea of him going some Exhort points. But then again, I believe the Tornado dispels, so you can just use it on the Ember Spirit to remove his Flame Guard. But it's not gonna be Ember mid anyway, though. It's gonna be the Lina mid, so. Yeah, it says. Can you see this? I think we need to all remember this one sometimes, guys.
Are you ready to rub?
From time to time, just remember that. Top lane, yeah, Natsumi and CML. Oh man, it's gonna be rough getting up against PL this game because Disruption gives you 2 extra illusions. So, yeah. Oh.
30 seconds to battle.
They wanted to get this outpost. I'm like, all right. So mid lane, Invoker and the Puck. Bottom lane is going to be Bach as well as Puck. Sorry, I said Invoker and Lina. Sorry, my bad if I said that the other way. Miracle as well as the Miracle on the Ember as well as Lich. So that okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything go too crazy in the laning stage. We'll have kills here and there, but it's just looking at the late game. Adroit, as always, just has to play the pick-off game into the late game, and then they'll feel pretty confident. They already have one game in their belt, or in their pocket. Sorry, not in their belt, in their pocket. So all they need is one more in their belts.
No, you don't.
I miss one. And then later on they changed so it can be you can get one or the other. So you would get like a strike and you're like, oh damn it, I disarmed the crystal maiden, but I really need the silence. That was good art then. Oh. Are you flaming him for his pick of wax? Whoa!
Here I am.
Then her taking some hits. Yeah, he's also gonna go for that urn build. So yeah, in that way the Quaswex is just way better. Still 1 point exhort with the Sunstrike, an extra 100 pure damage is nice. Oh, Mushi bot lane. Boomy.
Withstood.
Oh, they are going back in. They probably just went in that way just so he can scare him away from a few CS, because Mac, he's doing alright, 8-4, but losing to Ben-Hurst 13-5. Lina with way more base damage right now, and of course with the Dragon Slave harass. Meanwhile, bottom lane Boomy trying to make space. Bach's level 3 compared to Nichols level 2. And damn, look at that. That was just some harass right there. Like, Boomy does not care. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go punch him in the face. I mean, my life is yours, but you do with as you wish, master. You know, whatever you want me to do. And CML, just harassing Raging Potato. Not much you can do. Oh!
Evangelizing for my cause.
Yeah, just both teams content to farm right now, and maybe just waiting for a few ultimates. Oh, Mac.
What? Plus Exor first blood.
Yeah.
Scorcher.
True. If he didn't have that, he would have not been able to hit fast enough and got a few of those interrupts off. And there you go. You also get to refill your ball right in vision of you. That's all skill, you know. It's all skill.
Dire are scanning.
How is the farm going? Looks like it looks like Miracle is having a little bit of trouble farming the bomb lane. Same thing with back in the mid. But again, aside from that kill, it's still not very exciting. There's a combo here. Still not very exciting game. Yo.
Money to burn.
So one of the things you can do is actually just keep him there. Every time he tries to TP, you just stun him. You know, and wait, did he? I was yeah, they don't have any ward. By the way, this is gonna be a free ward for the rest of the game over here. All right, we'll make a bet. When do you think this poor guy is gonna die? He can't hit anyone because he's melee.
Nothing could look for me.
I hope that. I don't care. Look at the creep. I don't want this guy to die.
Here's a carbon footprint for you.
2 deaths from Mac. He can recover, but this is what Ben-Hur needs to get his game off to a solid start. Might actually go for the Boots of Travel build. We saw him do it last game, and this is the way Ben-Hur goes back to his playstyle. It's like, all right, I'll get a hero who can do a lot of damage, get Boots of Travel, run around the map, secure kills, and hopefully turn those kills into objectives. So he's gonna go for Yules. We'll see if he goes for the Boots of Travel after. Or alright, the creep is gonna be there until at least like 12 minutes. I'm gonna say 12 minutes. Yeah, it's good vision. But yeah, I mean, think about it this way. If you can put up new creeps in some of these spots, like, how are you going to detect them unless you put a ward there?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bak's in the mid lane. He has the hookshot available, and that means that bottom lane Boomy is gonna be okay. So they need. It is nice, you know, you go through the river. I mean, it's such a pretty place. Look at it. This river that water comes from that we don't know. It's like, where's the water coming from? Again, Adroit's still ahead in terms of total net worth. So even if these kills don't land, they are not. Oh, but CML. Oh.
Do it with flair.
I remember at one point, what's his name? Bat Rider can go in like this. I don't know if you can see it, but I can't draw. I'm drawing it on the map, but it's not showing. Yeah, it's like, yeah, he can like fly there. You know, you can't actually touch him. Killing Miracle is going to be rather rough in the beginning of the game until you can find like a couple of diffusals or get that Dream Coil. Until then, it's just going to be an easy time for him. Trusty Shovel picked up by on the dire side, good neutral item. Chat yesterday was saying Otomo should shut up about the shovel, which is why I'll be talking about extra today. Oh, Natsumi.
Your bedrock now.
That ward. That ward. Okay.
Do it with flair.
Nothing is real.
Never refuse gold given.
2 cores falling though from Adroit's side, and for nothing returned. Even they couldn't even get Mushi, who got dropped pretty low, and they're gonna get some bounties as well. Miracle gets bounty, the bounty bomb, so that's gonna be 3 bounties for Io's side, and we should give him a name. What will we call him?
Money to burn. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Philip. There you go. I don't know why we picked Philip, but there you go. Well, and I know. Poor Todd. Philip is lonely now. They should toss like another creep up there, you know.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's bottom tower.
You know, whoever gets the frying pan wins the game. Top lane. Oh, interesting.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I truly lived.
Dota were doing a good job, but they got a little impatient, feeling like that's the thing about when you play tempo lineups, is that you always think, I gotta get more, you know? They're all alive, I gotta keep killing one of them. And that's not a bad mentality at all, it's just that some of these kills are become really impossible. Just now he jumped into the cog, and that was a very impressive mechanical jump, but you didn't really want to be there. And we talked about how good Shadow Demon is, because you disrupt someone, there's nothing that you can do to them for the next 3 seconds. 2.5. But also, actually, it's 275. It was buffed. It used to be 2.5.
Dire's bottom
When was
tower
this
is under
changed?
attack.
You'll be like, oh, it was changed 7.21 E. You're like, oh, sorry, I did miss that. I missed that line. But yeah, well, Philip is still alive.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think he's gonna make it to 20 minutes. I think sometimes they were there, but you're gonna like go for the objective, you know, just so you can.
Look out for fallen rocks.
Oh, there's a smoke.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Natsumi. I think he has almost got that diffusal blade, like 10 gold away from it. Then he becomes a bit of a factor, but they see CML. CML might be losing his life here. Okay.
Had enough.
Steel in your eye.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Highest level. Definitely another bad trade for Adroit overall. Actually, no, they did get Mushi as well as... who they lose in that fight? I think they lost 2 people. They lost Mac, and yeah, okay, not bad. 2 supports for the mid and the support, but you can see that this is really an uncharacteristically bad game for Mac. 0-4 and 2.
Deceptive rune of invisibility.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Exists against stop this blade.
He's fourth in net worth. He's a little bit ahead of Raging Prayer, but Raging Prayer is going to beat that now. And this game, yeah, you get a BKB piercing, magic community piercing hook shot, which is great. But Pango, he can rolling boulder for 12 seconds. That's a lot you can do in that time. So I don't know how I'd feel if I was Adroit. I still think they're late game. You know, you're looking at the main two, which is the PL and the Invoker, and that's really strong. But Mac is barely ahead of Ohio's time. Yes, 1,000 gold may seem like a lot, but he's the mid laner, you know. Compare him to Lina. Lina's like 6.3. That's gonna be tough. But Natsumi's number one on net worth.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Philip's gonna make it till he's gonna make it till 20 minutes. Trust me, Philip's gonna make it till 20. I believe in him. By the way, this is the second time Magic player jumps into a cog and then he gets killed after. Dire's like, how many times we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Yeah, it's like the second time he jumps in and dies, poor fella. Oh, and I love the... Oh, and I love this item on the Phantom Lancer game, going for that hood. 25 extra magic resistance against the Laguna Blade, against the Flame Guard, Searing Chains, Tiny Combo, Pango spins so much magic damage that this 25% extra is going to help. And what can I do?
Your insignificance astounds.
Nice coil. We talked about mana burn in this game from the diffuser, but I mean we forgot the gigantic mana burn you get from EMP on the Invoker. Hello? Yeah, so yeah, Invoker. Yeah. So it's really hard to fight if you're IO because you're constantly going in with that. Oh, there you go, bottom lane. Game slowly slipping out of IO's control. Again, it's not like they've lost the game. There's less than 1k net worth difference here, but it's the way the lineups scale. And IO Dota, if you try to get kills and you fail, it's really bad. If you farm, it's okay, but you also have to be worried about the PL. But they are smoked up. They was very wishful thinking on IO's side, honestly taking that fight. Like you said, they went in with one of their cores dead, and they had to like TP it. And Mushi walked into all the PL illusions, just got demolished. I'm speechless.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, that's it. Either the other side, they kind of need to just sort of play for whatever objective they can get right now. Try to catch Adroit out of position, maybe get a pick off 1 or 2. Because a 5-on-5 doesn't seem like it's going to go so well for them. Their big, team fight is the Pango Rolling Thunder, but on the other side, Adroit, they've got Invoker, Dream Coil. Invoker and Dream Coil on the puck, of course, but that seems like a lot more control. And Natsumi is getting huge. 10k net worth compared to the nearest on his enemy, 8k on the Lina, so it's very scary for them.
precious bounty.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
And that's a perfectly fine trade, because again, you're trading only a position 5 for, yeah, they didn't get the kill, but it was fine. They brought all their cores for that as well. Like, it's of course a good kill for Ayodhya. That's, you want to get as many of these as you can. But Adroit, they're fine sacrificing that, especially because they killed both the supports in the mid lane anyway. So what are we looking at here? Lina going for that BKB, has the Eels and the Force Staff. Tiny has a Blink Dagger. I wonder how useful that's going to be when the enemy team is just so sort of mobile and running around. Like, you got Puck, Invoker, PL, and Clockwork. Doesn't seem like a Blink Dagger is going to help you as much as it would in some other games. Yeah, I know! I know! And you know what? CML has the shuffle. It's always on cool, on cooldown because he's using it. Like, that's a man after my own heart right there. Like, he's and they, by the way, not only that, but they also have a poor man's shield, which again is not a big deal. But I mean, put it on the Ember. That's, well, not Ember maybe, but Pai or Mushi. Oh, Mushi's got something. Yeah, someone could dig for gold. Oh. Philip's still alive, 22 minutes in. No! Oh no, Boomy! He dodged like 2 hits. That's a fighter right there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the dark. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Well, Phantom Lancer's got he's got the Aegis now, so hopefully. How does Ayodhya kill him twice is the question. The truth is you don't. You just kill other people, sort of to try to peel them off each other, and that's it. Like right now, they're smoked. Maybe this might be the best fight Ayodhya could take, but they're so far. They're behind, and they're behind on sort of the important people that they need to sort of do better with. I'm sorry, that didn't come out as a proper sentence, but like Natsumi is super far ahead, and they don't have anyone really near him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's
there you
top
go, he uses it. 100 gold value right there.
Is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower.
Oh yeah, I mean, in the end of the day, you still want to catch the Pango if you can, so it's a good item to get, the Aghanims. Plus it gives you all those extra nice stats, like, it makes it really hard to throw. Oh! There's his mana gone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's turret has been killed. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like, okay, the tiny Blink Dagger, can he actually catch someone is the question. Because if he can blink in and throw someone, that might be an idea. Again, there you go, the tips. Very friendly. Well, it's gonna be minute 25. Roshan's gone. Next round of bounty heroes. Any big items coming from Dire's side? Yep, you mentioned the Aghanims. Invoker actually has a Solar Crest. Huh. Okay. I guess. I mean, this is fine, really. Cataclysm this game apart from Cogs, I mean, you have Cogs, you have Dreamcrawl, so Cataclysm could be pretty good actually this game with the Adroits, but Titan doesn't want it. Oh.
Your medal and found it wanting.
That fight was 1-for-1 until Natsumi came, and then he was like, he just cleaned house. And I mean, they did what they needed to do either. They took a fight with Natsumi not around. That's the best thing you can do in that situation. Unfortunately, he's just so far behind. You can't be behind the PL and expect an easy game.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Titan Sliver available for the Radiant side. Someone might want to take in. Yeah, just alright. Titan Sliver. I like what Box got, by the way. He's got the Craggy coat along with a pipe. When you saw when they jumped in, they were like, we can't really kill this guy. He's got 26 armor and crazy amounts of magic resistance. Really hard to bring him down. Yeah. 67 physical resists, 61 magical resists. Great!
Incoming!
Draft for game 3. I mean, okay, let's say you ignore the clockwork and you ignore the PL. Who are you really focusing on? You can't ignore the Ooh, buyback. BKB is available.
May you ride on never die.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Adroit's done a great job of playing against Raging Potato. I mean, in this situation, Raging Potato, he wants. Oh dear.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
I'll polish my armor in your blood.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks.
Oh god. Yeah, it's over.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks die for victory.
Man, that game.
5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Coming.
Or straight into the PC.
Virtus.Pro's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Low bracket fine.
10 seconds remaining.
No, I need a bit. The low
5
bracket
seconds remaining.
Increase
Yeah.
exponentially.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do during the game or during the draft. more,
During the
probably.
game.
But yeah, you're gonna have to. My screen went you for this. Didn't update it. Didn't. I should have said that.
Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Well, it's coming through the same computer, so. Oh, I need to figure your mic so I didn't. Yeah.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Bad Rider!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick. Dire team pick. Dire team ban. Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Cool. Think.
Dire team ban.
Go.
Virtus.Pro's turn to ban.
Yeah, you can go on that chat and move it closer if you like, or. Yeah, I just need to go in the mic. Alright, we should be good to go then with everything, right?
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
However, it makes it out. Bad. So.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Right, you ready? You can just move the clamp. Bring it around.
Dire team pick.
Yeah, you can... Yeah. Can you see okay?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, sweet.
Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Treant Protector.
Hello and welcome to the ESL 1 LACIS closed qualifiers. We are getting down to the final few games. It's the final day here at these qualifiers, and we have 3 more best of 3s to go to find out who is going to be making it through to play off in the major. And now this game here is a lower bracket match between Virtus.Pro and Cyber Legacy, the loser of which will be going home, the winner of which will be going to the lower bracket finals. To play off versus the loser of Na'Vi versus Hellraisers. And joining me to get through all the action is T-Governor. How's it going?
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Hopefully, I mean, I'm hoping for it for purely selfish reasons because you know I want to see Na'Vi versus Virtus.Pro. I think we all do. Yeah, certainly not looking too bad. Virtus.Pro, obviously, probably the favored team in this matchup. I mean, we've known this team for a very long time. However, they've undergone some recent changes with Kuman and Zayats joining the roster.
Spirit.
Excuse me. Do you think we need to do we need to go over the drama again just to fill everybody in? Is that necessary, T? All right. Virtus.Pro. That's one word because it's a god dot. It's Virtus.Pro. Therefore, I'm saying it's one word.
5 seconds remaining.
Snipe. Zayats. Willingly. Loophole contract. GPK. Also sniped. You might be asking. Yeah, I know. It's a little bit hard. You've set me a really hard challenge there.
Dire team ban.
So what do you feel about this Mars hero? Because we've seen a little bit of Mars. I mean, Virtus.Pro certainly seemed to like it.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Virtus.Pro's turn to pick.
Missile Underlord!
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Alright, final pickup from Virtus.Pro here. Do we have any predictions?
Admiral
Damn it.
Now select your heroes.
It was gonna be Kunkka, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright, Virtus.Pro with their final 5-man lineup ready to go versus Cyber Legacy, and it looks like Virtus.Pro kind of relying in their late game potential of the Morphling. Meanwhile, Cyber Legacy, they are headed more towards a higher paced draft with this Troll Ward and Storm Spirit, but certainly both teams have late game options. I don't think anybody's really on a timer this time. Okay, well, I mean, so you're saying they're kind of like padding themselves out and being careful.
Just being like.
How would you rate the Spirit rankings currently? Really? Above Storm? Okay.
That was lame.
Yeah. Wait for Daddy Ice Frog to come in and give him the good stuff. Alright, classic CIS. We're going to start with the pause. So let's have a look at some lane matchups. No one in the middle lane on the Kunkka versus the Storm Spirit. Doesn't feel great for Pikachu, but then that seems to be when Pikachu does best in his lanes.
Try not to feed. Try not to feed. Oh, that's no good. Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. That was lame. I'm sapping your straight to the bottom with you. Boiling rage.
And Zayats is a connoisseur of being a nuisance, I would say. Already
30 seconds to battle.
So Radeon and Zayats up in the top lane against Happy and Plantimos. It feels like a pretty decent lane for Cyber Legacy up here, though, with the tree and the troll, though, right? Like this just fundamentally, I don't think I've seen this lane for a while, but certainly feels like a good lane on paper. And the Nature's Grasp comboing quite nicely with the slows from the troll warlord.
The battle begins.
Alright, and that's going to be that. Both bounty runes going 2 for 2. Nice and even. How free of a Morphling game is it for Virtus.Pro here? I got a lasso.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Mine! I love this part. You blew it!
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, middle lane. Off to a decent start for no one as he managed to get a range creep there, but
Step lively now.
yeah, I mean, should be a pretty even lane as we know. Storm Spirit versus Kunkka. Used to be very Kunkka favored, now it's kind of a bit more even, especially, and I know we say this every single cast, but, you know, he can just go to the jungle, Storm Spirit. If he struggles too much in the lane, he can just head out to the jungle and have an absolutely dandy time. He got down at bottom solo, giving Big Nim a little bit of the razzle-dazzle chase down, whilst Kuhlman and Chappie get to work on each other. Morphling versus Underlord.
I love this part.
No, he doesn't, does he?
Regeneration.
Some moonwalking in the top lane as Resolution's in some trouble. Going for the TP out though, and there should not be a route coming in from Plantimos, thankfully. I mean, what's the chance of that happening at level 1? It's like, what, 14%? So... True, they do. You'd know. Zero still. We saw yesterday from Virtus.Pro as well, though, pretty hesitant on making moves early on in the game. They seem to not really be super focused on finding rotations and kills in the laning phase, but instead looking towards later on in the game to make their action.
Denied.
Life just got interesting.
Yeah. So I think it's interesting the way Cyber Legacy play their lanes, though. You know, they don't really put much emphasis in their safe lane. They put a lot of emphasis on their mid lane. Like, they always want Pikachu to have a good game, regardless of his matchup or anything like that. And they will do a lot to protect Pikachu. So that's like their priority. I'd say it's like 40% in the mid, 30% at top, and 30% at bottom. Maybe even slightly more weighted towards bottom, to be honest, because we always see Chappie having these good games for Cyber Legacy. And when he has a good game, he seems to do so much for his team. Like, they just seem to be really happy playing when Chappie's in like a commanding role and can make calls and can make movements.
I love this part. That was lame. I love this part. been wanting this.
Yeah, no one coming over to Pikachu here. Pikachu, though, opening up onto the Conquer a little bit. Conquer, he's taking so much damage here. Pikachu with this Arcane Rune doesn't even have a level 6 yet, but almost dropping the Conquer and really, really frustrating no one here as he's just trying to farm the side camp. And Storm's just going to take all these creeps now.
That was lame.
Still going here, Pikachu's not relaxed, but Zayats is still here in the mid lane. He's going to turn around with a cookie, but now that the Pikachu hit 6, he can just jump himself away. No real kill threat from Zayats and no one here, so nice movements from Pikachu here in the mid, forcing a support and even forcing him to use a couple of spells here, but not really letting himself get into any real danger.
That was lame.
Radiant are scanning.
Lower jump in the middle lane as Pikachu starting the advancement onto no one here, forcing no one to use that boat. X-Mark's going to come out, but will not land. And Zayats rotating in once again, but unable to really get anything done. He's just roaming past, waving hello to the mid laner. Land, and Zayats rotating in once again, but unable to... Yeah, Resolution. This is why I love Zayats, because Zayats is always making these stacks for him as he rotates towards the middle lane, and Rezo is always going to find himself with all these little creeps available for him to farm to help him come back into the game a bit. Have a little bath, have a little spa time in the river. Nah, he sent it back to base. His mid laner needs that. No. Yeah, I've just muted us both. You need to talk louder so that I can turn your volume down a bit so it doesn't...
Radiant's top tower
Mike's
is
picking
under
me up.
attack.
Alright, so 7 minutes into the game, still no first blood. Where is it going to happen? Well, looks like right now it might be happening mid as Pikachu getting unleashed upon by no one and Zayats once again. They really want to try and kill this guy, but once again, it feels like no one was kind of baiting the boat X-Marks a little bit there, but that's the one time Pikachu does actually fall to X-Marks. Bignum rotating in, Zayats, he's going to get shielded up though with Solo also coming into this middle lane, so Virtus.Pro really making sure that Cyber Legacy can't get anything done in this mid. Still 3 heroes mid for Virtus.Pro now, so maybe we might see something happening in elf lanes, but Happy Duro is actually just pulling here
Radiant's
instead.
top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Talking about pressuring towers. This is exactly what Plasma was doing downhill, and he's further stack set up with Chappie. And it looks like they're going to get this one, but we see the rotation up towards the top lane from Solo, Rezo, and Kuman. Are they going to try and return the pressure here? Well, Pikachu is a big threat in this lane, and they do not have the lockdown to take down this Storm.
That was lame.
Rezo trying to go for the outpost here. This is just obnoxious, but if he gets it in time, doesn't... Oh, no, didn't get it. No XP for the Radiant.
I'm sapping your will to live.
Quite a lot, I would say, but I'm not the expert here. Yeah. One other hero coming in there and they would have been able to skewer that, but I don't know if Rezo was like, don't worry guys, I got this, don't panic, I've definitely 100% gonna get this outpost. Yes, it's one or the other. There's no middle ground here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk flaws, right? Let's talk why these teams are here, because, you know, they didn't win their upper bracket matches. Virtus.Pro, they lost versus Hellraisers. In that series, it was a close one, to be fair. It was very, very close. But, yeah, in the end, I think Virtus.Pro, what were the biggest flaws in this team, which led them down here?
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, I think one of the things which stands out to me about yesterday's games with Virtus.Pro was the Roche fights. Like, they had several very terrible fights around the Roshan pit, and, well, movement in the middle lane. We might finally have our first blood. There we go. They actually kill off Solo. Meanwhile, Bignum also going down in the bottom lane due to an arena from Resolution. So, 12 minutes in, and we have our first 2 kills of the game. Oh, phew. He's like sweating. Extreme withdrawal, feeding withdrawal. I don't know. Solo doesn't feed. He dies, but he doesn't feed. That's the important lesson I've learned over watching Virtus.Pro for many, many years. Chappie could be in some trouble right now. The X-Marks comes in along with the Mortimer's kisses. The damage is coming in, and Zayas will claim that kill. Nice little combo there, even if there were a couple of kisses quite off the mark, but the ones that hit, they did the damage and brings in the kill. And finally, I think we can switch net worth. It's really late into the game, but having no kills or anything, I think the last hits were still relevant. But yeah, we do see that Troll on top, followed by the Conquer, closely followed by the Storm, more or less neck and neck. And yeah, I mean, it's a really close game when you look at all the calls. The only one who's been struggling here is Resolution, so... Strong trying to X-Marks Pikachu though, I mean, goodness, and... Oh, Diffusal Blade from Plantimos, he's just showing this one off, and Zayas is like, oh, well, I'm getting away from that guy. Do not want to be losing my mana that easily.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sure is Pikachu. Ooh, thinking about the jump, he was charging up that ball lightning, but in the end doesn't make the jump forwards because Plantimos was able to take the tower completely uncontested anyway. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, they're making it go onto the Bat Rider here. The damage coming in, the Cookie, the right clicks, and they get the kill onto Bignum. Another hero board down in the bottom lane. Virtus.Pro Currently sitting at 3-1, but it is Cyber Legacy in charge of the game. They might have only had 1 kill, but they've taken down 2 towers so far, and Palantamos is balling out of control so far.
That was lame.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
Go for my armor.
50 minutes in, 2 bounty runes going to Cyber Legacy, 1 for Virtus.Pro so far. Looks like there's another one for Cyber Legacy, so 3-1. Are we going to see... Oh, we are. I was going to say, are we going to see some movements from Virtus.Pro? And it looks like they want to find more action in this bottom lane. Plantimos is going to be the target. Zayats and no one. Is this a strong enough ganking duo to kill off a troll warlord? Yeah, it's not worked out for them previously, and Plantimos is easily surviving the combo here of the kisses, and now the turnaround comes. Storm comes zipping on over with the ultimate from the Troll Warlock, but no one. He rips out this Heaven's Halberd to control up the Troll, and with him pinned to the side of this arena, it should be able to bring him down, but Plantimos walks his well away. He actually survived this one with the help of the living armor, and now Virtus.Pro, the turnaround is coming in their direction. But there are some tanky boys as well. They're going to turn their attention to Solo. Solo, he's going to lead them in the opposite direction, make sure his calls to get themselves to safety, so not a huge loss here, but Virtus.Pro definitely gonna feel the burn from that failed gank a little bit. Space for Kuman though, right?
Clear sailing now.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And they managed to get themselves a top tower on Virtus.Pro, so, you know, managing to drop some buildings, building first blood for them, if that's a thing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He already has him. I was going to put it. He's going to have it. Now you support.
Yeah, I mean, the team fights should be pretty even when we get there. I mean, Kuman's still not going to be much of a factor until he gets himself a couple more items. Going for this Manta into the Ethereal Blade. The old shotgun build, although... I don't know, I still feel like calling that shotgun build is wrong when he's got a 25 talent, which is literally a shotgun.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
Also, we have Zayats with a literal shotgun. Maybe we can't call it shotgun this game. Maybe that's not allowed. We've already got one. That role has already been filled. Top lane resolution, trying to stalk Hero, which is pushing out this lane, and it is going to be the Storm. I'm wondering if he can land the Spit. Certainly is going to Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That's a Storm through it, buddy. You're not going to be able to get the setup. Nah, joke's on Storm. You had to use mana for that. Yeah.
Step lively now.
Zayas was coming over, but yeah, I mean, we've already seen that one of those kisses did not seem to be enough to bring down the Storm Spirit, especially now he's got this point booster, null, power strength. Power strengths? Well, it works actually. Power strengths. Screw it. Power agis. Now they're power ints. Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very slow game though. Very uncharacteristic for CIS Dota, but only 5 kills in 18 minutes. This is definitely the pace which Virtus.Pro want to be playing at. I mean, they're the ones running the Morphling draft. And I like the way he's actually gone for this Eagle Song here, so he will be able to get the full Ethereal Blade and then run that into a Manta style a little bit later on. So they're pretty dreamy for Virtus.Pro, the way that Cyber Legacy are playing it. Would you like to see more tempo from them? I mean, maybe this is what they're waiting for, the Bloodstone on Storm, the BKB on Troll, but...
Dire's top tower is under attack.
now.
Zip! Ha! Touché! Zip zap!
You're looking at Zayat here, but Zayat's not willing to give himself up quite so easily. Bignum coming on top of the Mars, but Mars managing to get Arena off, so there's nowhere to drag Rezo, and actually Solo comes into the shield anyway, freeing Resolution from that lasso. Pikachu getting in deep here. Meanwhile, the Mortimer's Kiss is coming on from overhead, doing a decent amount of damage here. Time Legacy, they might actually finally lose Happy here as the X-Mars drags him in. Finally, we get a kill in this engagement, but goodness me, no one just seems to be done. They're just brawling, just face-tanking each other. Anybody gonna get low? Anybody? Maybe? Okay, alright, Resolution. He's in a little bit of a bad situation right now, trying to moonwalk his way out of danger, but unfortunately, he is going to get chunked down by Plantos. Now look at the +1 onto Zayat here, but immediate purge comes out from Solo, but he pays the price as well. Going to get dropped. Meanwhile, X marks both onto Pikachu here. They find the one turnaround kill. Now comes in Kuman, but he's got to be careful here. Well, does he actually? I mean, there's 4 heroes up from Cyber Legacy, but they're kind of out of spells. And Zayat's, well, he's got to be a little bit cautious, running low, as is... Oh, my goodness. No one just doesn't play it quite right there. And through the Firestorm and the Grasp, that's going to be a kill onto the Conquer there, purely from mispositioning and burning up here. Zayat, he will be okay. Virtus.Pro, though, I mean, these are like the craziest fights I've ever seen. These are just like... running at each other for about a minute straight until finally someone passes away. Where are these hearts coming from? Oh, that's adorable. Meanwhile, oh, we got a lasso up on the sidelines here as they're trying to drag no one out of the fight. Arena of Blood not really getting much done once again. I mean, everyone's just happy to tank everything. Plantspo's BKB has been used, however, so he's going to have to be run out of the... Oh, Kuman on the sidelines. Getting the kill onto Bignum as he went for that lasso play, but gets popped off. Meanwhile, Rezo just trying to sit on the front lines here with the Bulwark here, tanking everything up. He's just happy to sit here and be the big old damage sponge. Meanwhile, Snapfire jumping himself in, and oh my goodness, Pikachu just gets annihilated by Kuman as the Morphling enters a fire and just takes down one with that Ethereal Blade combo. But it looks like Mars might finally be lucid. No, of course he's not going to move. Sitting in the fight with Bulwark on, absolutely fine. They're going to lose Rezo, but he buys back into this one. Now VP, they struggled in Roche fights yesterday. Today, seems like they're doing a little bit better. The kill into the Storm is very, very valuable, and they killed Bignum as well, who had to buy back into this, so... Oh dear. Oh, okay, alright. A little bit of miscommunication there with the X marks missing the shotgun from Zayat, which would have done the job, but... Yeah, 55 seconds, no Batrider. This suddenly looked quite easy from Virtus.Pro, and Kuman just turning around using those Underlord spells against him. Reckless coming in. Chappie is so tanky. Plantimos running his way through the fight with the BKB, trying to take down Kuman. Here, but Kuman... Yeah, well, they're actually going to turn around. Okay, everyone's just going to tilt Roche instead. He's actually going to squish his target in this fight. He's going to go down. No one takes the Aegis, but Die get the kill. Meanwhile, in Resolution, the Sonic Electric Vortex should control him up long enough to finish him off. Resolution dies back as well. Meanwhile, Quantity down to the Conquer. No one on the run, but Solo's right next to him. He's going to be constantly throwing him the heals, throwing him the shields, trying to keep him alive as best he can. Bo3 to try and keep up, but they keep on chasing no one down. In comes the Heaven's Help up, though. That's going to help Conquer out quite a lot, but the rest of Cyber Legacy are arriving. They should be able to finish off no one here. Not much Zayat can do. They will say goodbye to their mid laner for the first time as his Aegis does pop. Meanwhile, Solo getting killed off on the sidelines here. Chappie, the only one waiting for the Conquer to respawn. Do they actually have the time to get through him a second time? I'm not really sure they do. Cyber Legacy, they're just going to stick to their high ground right now, but they take the Aegis away from Virtus.Pro, and they get themselves a Roche kill in the process, and they're going to die back on Resolution, so... Okay, what is going on? Can you help me a bit, T, Governor? I'm feeling very lost in this game. It's a bit chaotic. It's a bit of a brawl. I feel like this is just kind of CIS, big men wrestling each other.
Not set anything. Very chill stuff. Got the dome. Yeah.
Bounty!
A little bit too low. Keep it too low.
Bounty!
Voice has to be. Getting over there. Mainly just like. Respect it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Regeneration. I'm over here.
Yeah, it's certainly a slow one, but yeah, as you say, the Time Legacy. This isn't the game they wanted to play. They had their checklist. Roche was definitely high up on that checklist, and it gets taken away from them. So now, well, they got to play a different game. Meanwhile, Zayat's once again escaping. Yeah, as you were talking about Zayat's heat map earlier, I think past 20 minutes, this is probably where like 90% of his game is spent. That's his territory. He knows those trees better than he knows his own.
Don't get wet.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no surprise to see him loving Zayats. You're reading it like a Brit, yeah. True, true. Unwilling to pronounce anything properly. Bignum trying to pull his Zayats here on the run, and looks like he's going to be getting himself away quite easily.
Life just got interesting.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
True, yeah. The pronunciations. I was in Yosemite in America, and there was a Brit guy there who kept pronouncing it Yosemite. I know, that's like putting an American on the Americans though, isn't it? Because they're the ones that usually do that sort of thing, but... Yeah, a bit of an interesting one to them. But I mean, the creep wave's plenty low. Ooh. Yeah, a bit... Oh, Zayats. Yeah, he needs more than a cookie to get himself out of this situation. Zayat's going to get killed off in the bottom lane. Quite an easy pick off here. Meanwhile, Storm, oh my goodness, he's just flying into the middle lane. Yeah, definitely want to see a bit more coming out from Cyber Legacy here. Is even though they don't have their ages, you know, they got to kind of get over it. You know, take it on the chin, boys. Keep going, keep playing. And Kuman will spot out the Storm Spirit here. And Pikachu's just like, yeah, I'm gonna take these creeps if you don't mind. Virtus.Pro do mind that. Oh, a spear from on side. Resolution. He gets it in his face. Virtus.Pro. Yeah, he was too busy looking behind him. Wasn't checking the side mirrors there. And yeah, that's the Resolution coming in with an easy spear. That's definitely like, oh god, there's 3 heroes chasing me, oh god, you know, when you're in the car, constantly checking your rearview mirror, and then from the sidelines, he gets taken down.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's structures are fortified.
Everything really is there. And now the tier 1 being pressured by Virtus.Pro, but they've got fantastic tower defense on the side of Cyber Legacy. They've got the Underlord, they've got the Treant, they've got the heal for the tower. It's very, very difficult for Virtus.Pro to really commit to a push here, but at the same time, they don't feel like they need to. They've got this Ethereal Blade Manta Morphling, who is climbing his way up the net worth chart, starting to challenge Plantimos here.
Eric. Don't even go shotgun. Boom, lock in.
No burn of this one. Again, only 9 and 9. No one actually has the first 10 kills yet.
Don't get. Even what this is.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Over here now! I'm over here!
Yeah. Kind of almost like skill becomes a little bit less important and strategy becomes a little bit more important. But of course, those two factors still completely, yeah, exactly. It's one and off the same thing. Unless you're playing Underlord, which you just kind of sit there and throw your spells out and you're too tanky to die, so yeah, just do Underlord things. Yeah, probably does, to be honest. Just have all your Firestorm and your Pit of Malice bound to one key. Have all your Aura buttons bound to another key, you know, Mech, Greaves, Pipe. And then just, you only need 3 buttons to play Underlord. Then ulti, and you're good. You're good to go. Yeah, just like a tiny keyboard, literally 3 keys on it. There we go. Imagine the alphabet, imagine rocking that out at LAN. Just like, I don't need my real keyboard for this game. Just stare the opponents in the face and you pull out a 3-key keyboard going, I'm gonna beat you with this. Yeah. I'm surprised no one's made custom keycaps for like, on a per hero basis like the spells on, I think that'd be so cool. Yeah, maybe.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Something tells me they probably don't want to. Let's see. Zayas, he's got the Greaves finished off with this Philosopher's Stone. Going to be bringing in that dough, bringing in like real cash money. Shadow Amulet is going to be the next pickup, which will turn that lovely cloak into a even lovelier Glimmer Cape. All right. Wake up, everybody. Anybody who's fallen asleep, it's time. We've got go time again. Yeah, Roshan. We need a little alarm clock to this stream, don't we? And they're going on the backlines here, but the Glimmer Cape going to save Bigman from the shotgun of Kuman. Bigman coming back in as he gets X marks and is going to get finished off. No one with... Oh, wait a minute, guys. We're watching a replay. Whoops. Let's see, Cyber Legacy, they're still holding the high ground here, and I'm surprised Virtus.Pro aren't committing to this one. They've just killed a Bat Rider, and they're still not really interested in Roche, and Plantimos like, well, if you're not going to do it, I probably will. So it's a torrent coming out as the Venn diagram of death blown down on the floor, but Solo coming into the pit. He's actually going for the Aegis right now, but Roshan is going to fall. Pikachu will take the Aegis. Meanwhile, the more of his kisses, look at the damage he's doing from afar. His Zayats, they're able to take down the Storm Spirit once. Storm stunned up by Zayats, a nice cookie coming out, but see you later. Happy though, getting left behind, unfortunately. He's going to get picked up by Virtus.Pro, but Underlord and the Storm making their way back to the base, safe and sound. But still, Cyber Legacy losing quite a couple there. It seems like they can't really find the purchase in these fights they need to take them.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Stupendous!
Radiant's top tower is under
Uh-oh.
attack.
Oh, do they have the follow-up here? The only one nearby is Zayat, so he is going to be able to get himself away, but Pikachu... Oh no, is he going to drop it? No, he doesn't. Ugh. I'm very worried every time I see Pikachu. It's been a horrible game for Pikachu in all things considered, because... I mean... I think they didn't really work towards the Morphling stealing the Underlord form every single fight, and then Storm zips in and he's just like, oh, I'm rooted. Shit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Sick radio calls, dude. I can tell you're definitely served in the army, didn't you?
Illusion!
Yeah. Imagine, like, which team do you think would be most likely to actually employ, like, an army radio guy to teach them the callouts and stuff? I reckon. Oh yeah, true. One of the disciplined Chinese teams, yeah.
So yeah, it literally
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
all that now.
We got both in the roach pit. Roger that, Blue Eagle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Just beat his players over the head for not saying over after his line. Virtus.Pro, maybe they look for. I mean, they're not really looking for anything. Really, they're just pushing up in the top lane, starting to kind of realize that they are getting stronger and stronger, hitting their timings. We're almost at those tier 4 items even. And Kuma's just going to casually take this tower. Now with the Ethereal Blade, Manta Star, Lincoln Spear, my boy is ballin'.
Under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's courier has been killed.
Big nub. Big nub. Oh, Chappy, go for the TP out that tiny little tree. I mean, the logistics don't work out at all. A big fat underlord hiding behind one little tree, but they could not see him. He wasn't a frog, so he gets himself to safety. Just about. Duking would not be possible anymore. Yeah, Puck. More buffs for Puck, that's what we need.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, you know we found that here, are you?
Dire's structures
Yeah.
are fortified.
Troll, he's finished with his Abyssal Blade, but Resolution's going to come in with the yields and throw him up into the air, but Pikachu does respond. A nice 4-man Pit of Malice from Chappy, but Kuma's going to throw down his own. And once again, you got that Venn diagram. They seem very big fans of the Venn this game. And back out. Just kidding, no fight hit today, guys. No, not really. We're just joshing.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. Now, I mean, and from Cyber Legacy as well, they have not really made many attempts at doing things in this game.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah.
is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Fortify when Little Shredder's already out on the tower as well. Never feels great. It's not going to be getting too much work done, but we'll at least kill off that one creep wave. For Virtus.Pro, they're out of here. That's more than enough action for today. Let's go and get some creeps.
Your admiral is on board.
It is 40 minutes, so yeah. Want to get those tier 4 items, I suppose. This double damage might be too tempting for Kuman here. Might want to be making something happen with this one. That's and Solar. They see the Bat Rider. Plans by some Pikachu. Being a little bit afraid here. Sayats on the cliff. Pikachu comes over right away, sees him, but here comes the arena. Actually catching Pikachu out a little bit here. Planto's in the middle of everybody with that BKB going. Trying to find a target, but can't really find a target to actually lock onto here. Gonna show you cover the rest of the team. You're cool in the backline. They actually have the Storm Spirit pinned to a tree. Where's the damage? The Mortimer's Kick's coming over the top. Pikachu's gonna be okay. Get himself out. Meanwhile, the disarm onto the troll wall. Gonna be the next target. Happens to pop that ulti before he drops down. Getting some lifesteal off onto no one. But he's got that BKB and a cookie as well to get himself to safety. Meanwhile, the turret's gonna control up the troll. I'll throw him the spear. I'll throw him the right click, and Kluman grabs a kill. And down goes Chappie as well. It's gonna be 2 heroes dead on the side of Cyber Legacy. No buyback on either. Virtus.Pro, they don't even need to team wipe them. They don't need many kills. They just need the big ones. And without that Underlord, going high ground just feels so much easier.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's
Yep, they figured it out. They're just boating themselves as well. Just giving themselves the extra strength. Good game, well played, it's cool. I mean, it wasn't flat, it wasn't exciting, it wasn't big, but Virtus.Pro, they just take themselves a well-considered choo-choo train to victory, boarding the train and not really making any stops on